So we go to flintlock. So we have also, I mean, the history of flintlock, and I mean, when it
Mm.
was then introduced in Iran, but first introduced in Europe, as we know that, and later on it was a major advancement compared to a matchlock. So then there are
Yep.
now interesting thing regarding these Iranian collections. You can find three types of flintlocks, right? Most of them are imported ones or East Indian Company. Some of them are French lock. We have also two examples with the real Spanish lock. Then
Mhm.
there are Iranian imitations of them where they put this and but they put their name in Persian. They imitate the whole European locks, but then they write Amal in Persian. They write on top below
Yeah.
that. And then the third type of lock, they just do their own thing. So they don't imitate these locks anymore, right? So it's
Mm.
very fascinating to see these three types of lock on Persian flintlocks.
But see, I mean, what we have to take into account a company like the East India Company wanted to buy stuff from Iran, so they had to have goods to exchange. Otherwise, you've got to buy it with gold and silver, which
Yes,
no economy really likes.
yes,
Um, so selling mechanical things that could be just fitted onto a local gun is a
yes,
really good business decision for them. French
yes,
as well, because the French had extensive um, uh, enterprises for making weapons. The other thing is the French were selling stuff to North Africa for a long time,
yes,
and they traded a lot with the Ottomans too,
yes,
because for a long time the French and the Ottomans were allied
yes,
because they both didn't like the Spanish
yes,
and the Habsburgs in general. So therefore, they had a common enemy, even though they were totally different in their attitudes to everything else.
yes,
But the thing that's interesting about this gun is the stock is like a very slender version of a Turkish stock. You know
yes,
those big hexagonal Turkish stocks.
yes,
But this is like the kind of uh, like the difference between a German Shepherd dog and a greyhound. One's built for speed and is slender and whatever, and one's built for strength and whatever. This is the slender. I mean, it must be a lot lighter to carry around.
yeah.
It must be just as quick to shoot. The lock to me looks closer to a Michelet lock rather than a
Yeah.
standard
Yes.
flintlock, which Michelet locks were very popular in Turkey as well.
Uh,
So
We are going to see the locks close-ups. That's what we can discuss them. But just before we do that, take a look at this one. This is
mhm.
also beautiful, isn't it, Pete?
It is, and again, it has that slender feel to it. I noticed too that it's got two of the wrappings on the barrel, but it's also got two slots where lugs on the bottom of the barrel are wedged into the stock, which is the more European tradition. Further east you go, the more likely you are to have metal wrappings on the barrel to hold the barrel against the wooden part of the stock.
Yes,
This one's got both,
yes,
and they're both decorative. I mean, like the
yes,
the slot for where the wedge goes in to hold the lug that comes from the bottom of the barrel is very, very pretty. Again, another one. It's got exactly the same layout. It's got two slots for wedges for the thing. This one, it has a more polygonal looking stock.
yeah,
Uh, it actually, and again, they're choosing really beautiful wood.
Yeah. You can look at the wood for hours. You don't need to only look at the barrel to say be
Yeah,
mesmerized. Yeah.
yeah. And
So
that's got a much more European trigger guard as well, whereas the other one didn't have a trigger guard at all.
yes.
Um,
Look
yeah,
at
that
this one. This is a wall gun beat.
yeah. Again, that's solid look. Does that have a oh no, that's the ring. For a moment there I thought it had a set trigger, but it doesn't. Um, so again, it's got that semicircular back sight.
Yes.
Um, that looks to
Maybe
me like
maybe
it's
I go back and show something. Where was
Mhm.
that? Okay, then we have, for example, on the back, for example, we come back, excuse me, to matchlocks, but I didn't add the tables on all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
All of them have tables. Look, here, for example, in the back, some of them have peep sight, and in here, there, they have blade. There's some of them
yeah.
have nothing here. For example, blade. You see that peep side blade.
Mm.
So post. Some of them
And
have
each
post.
hole is for a different range.
Exactly. They have blades,
Yeah.
peep sides with different range and holes. Then some of them don't have a blade; they have a post on in front. So in the
Yeah.
book I analyze also. You can read which types there are. Just excuse me, I didn't want to interrupt you. Just wanted to mention. Yes.
No, 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 but that's really valuable because again, but it's interesting that the really complex peep sights are on the war guns because they're trying for very high levels of accuracy
Yeah.
and predictable. This we use hole number three if it's at 150 meters, and we use hole number four if it's at 200 meters or whatever. It's all calibrated out, and the individual gun, the person using that gun, or the people using that gun, when they're really big guns like this, would have a very good idea of what the trajectory is going to be with that particular gun,
I just
depending
need
on
to
the
say
quality.
something, Beat, because some time ago, not a long time ago, 3 weeks ago, as much as I love archery, right? As much as I love swords, archery, and things like that, we should never forget because 3 weeks ago, an archer told me all these guns were no match against the composite bow. And I looked at him and said, "What are you talking about? These are guns. Do you know what a gun can do?" Right? It's very
Yeah.
funny sometimes people get so excited because they think these early
Oh yeah.
guns were not good. I mean, come on, this is not like that, right? So I just
What
wanted,
what the thing that the composite bow was better at than guns for a long time was horseback use
yes,
because pistols on horseback. Remember, it took a long time before they started using carbines on horseback
yes,
effectively.
absolutely,
And generally speaking, people with carbines or any other kind of long arm on horseback dismounted to shoot. But for actual cavalry clashes, composite bows were superior for a long time. And when, for instance, Europeans stopped wearing armor
yes.
fighting one another, they kept on wearing armor when they were fighting the Ottomans because composite bows are quite dangerous to people wearing things like buff coats and the like. But then their purpose in later armies where they were used, and it's mainly in places like Iran and Mughal India and Qing China, is for use on horseback. When a repeating pistol was invented, we won't talk about Mr. Colt in America, but once you got repeating pistols,
Yes.
then bows are completely outclassed because even though, well, the problem with repeating pistols originally was that they weren't reliable, but once they became reliable, why would you want anything else?
No,
And pistols, if you've got infantry with long guns, muskets, whatever, guys on horseback with pistols aren't going to do much damage to them because they get shot long before they come in range. And people with composite bows, their greatest advantage was in ambushes and surprise attacks when they could get within range
yes,
without being shot by the people with the long arms. So things changed dramatically.
yes.
Um, and it's important to realize that certain kinds of things, even if they might have shot faster and be more accurate, that's no help. If 500 guys are shooting at you inaccurately, but you get hit by one of the musket balls and it goes completely through your shield, your arm, your body,
Yes.
and the guy behind you.
These two, as we can see it here, they're local manufacture. of
Pardon me.
locks. Both of them are local, in
Mhm.
imitating, of course, European counterparts. But you can see that they are local, and this one is also beautifully,
I
given.
noticed that they slant down rather than being
Yes, exactly.
um,
And
horizontal. They've got a.
Bede, do you know they have the original flintlock on them? That's so magnificent to see
Yeah,
that.
oh well, that's pretty rare, isn't it?
Very
Even
rare.
in
Because they were kept in
anywhere.
this collection, right? That's very nice, you know. That's one thing we talked about.
And
When you come to
and
museums which have pieces for 100 years untouched, that's a
yeah,
different quality.
the other thing is they've got little ball triggers rather than the European style. I mean, ball triggers were used in Scotland, I think, and places like that.
Yeah.
But generally, European triggers
Yes,
are like a little sear coming down. Ball
yes,
triggers are nice though; they look nice.
very nice.
I'm,
Yes, these are ball
I don't know.
triggers, as Beat
Yeah,
says.
I don't know anyone that's ever shot a gun with that kind of trigger.
Mm.
But quite clearly, um, they were very popular
And they are
for.
different
I think,
styles as well. Some of them are roundish,
yeah,
some of them have a big point, right?
no, they're. I must admit the gilding on the gilded one is really quite attractive too. It's
Very, very.
very much fits into the design of the mechanical parts.
Yes. We can go here. You take a look at this one, another one, right? This
Mhm.
is also beautiful, right?
Yeah, this is as I
This is,
say, they. I'm wondering whether the internal mechanism with the trigger and that is slightly different because they
yeah,
like the back raised high
yes.
like that.
And
Um,
look at this. Okay, the upper part is missing, unfortunately, on this one, right? Can you
yeah,
see
that
how
well, that
beautiful?
happens quite often, I think.
Yes. Look
Um,
how beautiful it is.
hmm,
Look at the
yeah, that's
barrel bead.
really. Oh yeah, the barrel is. I mean, again, the pattern welding in the barrel is brilliant. The gilding is very good too.
Very, very good. Thick gold.
I mean,
Really thick.
yeah, I think if my eyesight's not fooling me, if you look just below the barrel in front of the lock, you can see the little wedge that's holding the part of the stock is broken away,
Yes,
and
it
that
is.
little black horizontal line is probably the wedge holding the.
Yes.
I can't remember the technical term for the little lugs on the barrel. Yeah, that one. That's probably what originally held the barrel against the stock.
Yes. It's
Um,
very
but
nice.
again, I was going to say, look at the patina on the wood. Look at how much it's been handled in its lifetime.
Look at these ones. These are imported
Well, yeah,
European lock. You see that? This one. This one.
yeah, yeah. And again, it's
Yeah.
they're cheap. They work.
Yeah.
I mean, why not import them? And of course, if you've got skilled craftsmen, not only can they learn how to repair them, they can learn how to make their own. And everybody has their own idea of what's the best way to do it.
So, for example, this East Indian Company, this was this brown bass
Mm,
musket. You see that this is this British East India lock, right? Rampant
mm,
lion, right? This is what it is. And as we
yeah.
know, Iranians love lions anyhow, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it wouldn't hurt at all. And the thing about it is, I mean, I've shot a reproduction brown bass many years ago,
Yes,
um, and the flintlocks are pretty reliable compared to some of the
yes.
other things that people had to deal with. And I mean,
Beautiful.
even later percussion locks, until they perfected the fulminate that they were using
Yeah,
in the percussion caps,
yeah.
they often weren't as reliable as the flintlock. But maybe, 25 years after they were introduced, then they took over completely because it's much easier to use a percussion cap than it is to charge up a flintlock.
Yes. So this is
I
1810, as you can see it,
yeah,
1810.
I like
Okay.
the fact that they've dated them. It just makes everything so much easier.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And this is another one, 1809, right? You see that? This one? Also
Yeah,
imported lock. Beautiful. Really beautiful.
yeah, they are quite well made.
Yes.
And just the fact that they then attach them to these magnificent barrels proves that they think, well, yeah,
Yes.
we like the locks, but
And
we
look
like
at
our
this
barrels.
one. This is a completely Persian, but not even imitating. This is a Persian line with the Shamshir,
Yeah,
with the sun.
yeah.
And look, the year is written in Persian,
Hmm.
1266. Isn't it beautiful? It's a Persian lock. I love it, right? Look, this one is not imitation, is really Iranian. Okay, rampant lion is not, European like, it's Indian company, is a
Yeah.
Persian one with a shamshir. And then Persian. This is beautiful. I love this one,
Yeah,
really.
but it's like they've got the imported locks, and they say, well, the standard for producing these, we've got to have a date, we've got to have a line, but we can have our own date and our own line. We don't have to just.
Yes. And
It's
make our own luck.
like it's not an imitation.
Yes.
It's an
And
adaptation.
Pete, I in the book I have a list of lock flintlock makers. So they were specialized in making the
Mm.
flintlock. So they had the guild there back then.
Mm.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
I
nice.
mean, even if you look at the shape of the stock,
Yeah.
where the hand goes to go into the trigger guard and around at the back there,
Yeah.
it's all quite Persian
Yes.
looking.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's interesting how they've adapted the lock to their own
Yes.
ideas.
And the face of the lion, look the way the lion is looking.
Yeah, yeah, looking straight at you. Well, when you
Yeah.
did that article on lions on
You
the swords and
remember?
things like that,
Yes.
there was just so much information about that exists.
But then again, you see that the good thing in this museum is you can see many European locks from different years,
Mhm.
imitation of European locks, completely, Iranian made with Iranian lions, Iranian dates. Some of them, you
Mhm.
need just guys to be careful. They look European, right? But then you see that they are different, and then they see down there
Sorry,
in
I've just lost
Persian,
sound for you.
yeah, they wrote their name, made by. So you need just to be careful when you call.
Manouchehr, I can't. There's no sound.
Can you hear me now? No?
Lo-
Now? Can you hear me?
ah, Just said your internet connection is unstable. Is that mine?
Can you hear me
No.
now?
Ah, yes, yes,
Ah, okay. I don't know what happened. Sometimes it
yeah, yeah.
happens.
You even your face is freezing occasionally.
Is it better
Um.
now?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay. So this is these two. Look at these ones as well.
Well,
Bit.
that's nice engraving.
Yes. Very nice engraving. You see on the
Uh,
left, 1818 is imported,
um,
the right one as well. Very nice, right?
yeah, well, the decoration, the engraving looks European as well.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. The same.
Persian's got a different style,
Different
but
style.
yeah, they're very nicely made. Oh, this is nice.
This is very nice. You see that then here, the maker's mark, you can see it here,
Mm.
right?
Instead in the
And
barrel, yeah.
the barrel. And also the makers' names are in the book I wrote.
Hmm.
And now let's again take a look at some of them. And this is, look at this, آموختم به روش جوهری. That's جهانگیر رمضان خورشید. So it's a Persian poem which is written here.
Yeah,
And this
it's
is
good
in from
quality
Quran.
calligraphy as well.
He's
It's not just
magnificent.
scratched out. It's
Yes,
properly modeled.
magnificent. And here is from the Quran, MashaAllah, wala quwwatu illa billah. This is in Arabic from the Quran, and here is a Persian poem. Isn't it beautiful, Pete?
It is. It's. I mean, this is of the same quality you get on the best swords, isn't it?
Yeah, same quality handwriting,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
way of. It's magnificent. I think the one top one is something for you again, Pete.
Well, this twist. Oh, this
I think
is
you remember that
incredible.
slide on the style on the match,
Yeah, yeah,
right? You see
yeah.
it? Exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like waves in the sea or something. It's really amazing.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
I still can't remember the name for the little metal things that go around the barrel.
Oh,
Um,
these ones are, I can say it. These ones, rivet manual. Did I put it here? Something like capucines, something like that. In that
yeah, that's the name, capucines.
capucine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. That's what it means.
yeah,
Capucine. I
yeah,
remember it
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Actually, let me just see beat. Yes, here, capucines. I have it here. You see that beat on the right
Yeah,
side?
yeah,
Capucines.
yeah.
Yes.
I prefer cappuccinos, but capucines are good.
That's right. I remember now the technical term for it. Capucines. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So then, where was that? Yeah, here.
Oh, yep, that was it. That's where
Yeah.
we were.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful? But look at also the gilding on it.
Yeah, the gilding is really expertly done, very well designed.
Very
Because
well.
I like these patterns. I find when I'm doing leatherwork and that, if I can incorporate one of these patterns, it always makes the thing stand out better. It kind of draws the eye along, and it just flows around.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so yeah, I find them really attractive. Um,
And now, Pete,
oh,
okay,
a
look at the
demon
one
with red
here.
eyes.
Look at this flintlock barrel. Isn't it beautiful,
Oh,
Pete?
that's incredible. That's somewhat similar to one of the swords I've seen, and that that height pattern. How much work goes into that?
I really urge many people because, okay, now these are the top quality of high ranking generals, princess, kings, what you see here. But I
Mm.
need to say something. Many people who are into collecting swords and so they say, oh, we love swords, we love armor. What can you see in firearms? Guys, we are not talking about modern firearms. We are talking
Yeah,
about these type of firearms. Who cares about modern firearms?
I'm,
People,
I'm
you know, exactly.
I am sure I've seen a 19th century revolver made with pattern welded steel like
You
this.
see?
And it looks like a modern gun until you get up close. It is
Yeah.
modern. I mean, it was made 100 years ago, 150
Yes.
years ago. But the steel was still being appreciated
Yes.
in the 19th century.
Pete, because
And
we
this
need
is,
to mention when we talk about these things, we are talking about handmade items which are works of
yeah,
art. We're not, talking about some, you know.
yeah,
So,
mass produced, stamped out of pieces of steel,
yeah,
ground out. Now,
exactly.
the
You
thing
know,
is, there are people around today who would really love to spend the time
yeah,
to make something like this
yeah.
because they're creative and having something that really was stood out from what everybody else made. I mean, it would be nice if people reproduced these for the gun clubs or whatever that wanted to shoot black powder weapons to reproduce some of not necessarily the barrels of this quality, but the shape and the locks and things
Pete,
like
do
that.
you see this one on top with these
Hmm.
eyes? Like it's like a dragon, and it has a Persian poem on a barrel. If I remember
Hmm.
it correctly, it says, "Fear me, I am a dragon with ruby eyes, and I will shoot fire from my golden mouth."
Ah, what can you say? It's the perfect thing.
Isn't
But
it? It
yeah,
is. He's a
you
dragon, right?
see,
Yeah.
yeah, you see dragons and in India, Makara and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's just the way they incorporate them into the function. So the flame and the smoke coming out. What more dragon-like thing could you possibly have?
And look at this beat
Yes.
post here serves as the nose of the dragon.
So that's the foresight.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that yeah. Look, it's a bit whimsical. But sometimes these weapon makers had senses of humor. I'm sure that the patron, the person who paid for this, would have got a giggle out of that and thought, "Yeah, that's cool." Nobody else has got something that's got a bit of fun in it as well.
Oh God,
Uh,
beautiful. Yeah, it's really
yeah,
beautiful. Yes,
this is a
ruby
pretty one.
eyes, very beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
And look at here, beat again.
Oh yeah. So ivory inlays,
Yeah,
structural pieces of ivory there too.
yeah.
Um, but then the incredible Kofgari is that Kofgari? Is it?
This is yes, this is Koftgari. Yes,
Yeah, it's not inlay. But look at the chiseling
yeah,
further along on the barrel.
yes,
Just how beautifully that's done.
yeah,
I often wonder how long it takes someone to do one of these little patterns where you've got to chisel into the background, and sometimes you might then cover it with gold, or you might
yeah,
inlay gold into the background.
yes,
Um, it's just so much work, and you've got to remember this is all like the barrel is this round, and you chisel it, it gets smaller. It's not like um, there's a lump there and you carve it out. This is from the barrel,
yeah,
so everything that is below the level of that raised design has been taken away.
yeah.
It's a lot of work. and
Oh,
you have to be perfect. Look how crisp the angles are.
yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the bottom one at the moment. It is just such a perfect bit of. I mean, it's been filed and chiseled and whatever, but that's really precise work.
Yes.
A machine would be proud to work that well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's true. And okay, they're just like the names Amale Mustafa Haji, Ali, right? Hussein, and all the names, right? You see that you can find it
Yeah.
in my book.
The part I find easiest to read is the Amal part because it leaves out, but
Yes.
it's the same in them all. But oh yeah, that's really. I like the fact that people were encouraged to sign works of art like this. I mean, it's a gun, but it's a work of art too. And guns made in the West were, had the maker's name and everything on them. This was People were proud of what they made.
Yeah.
And when you make barrels like that, you can understand why.
Yeah. That's true. You can see it from this
Ah, I remember it.
Sharid period. Do you see
Yeah.
the flintlock here, Pete? Do you see
Mm.
that? Yes.
And their shooting position is with a very stretched out forearm. It's not like this, which is a very stable way of shooting. But then
Stretch.
again, shooting a flintlock, I assume it's a flintlock because this is
It is, yes.
yeah, this is from the time of Manouchehr.
Yes.
and
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 he's on horseback, Pete. You see that, right?
yeah, this is what impresses me. You only get one shot because it's too hard to load them on horseback
Yes,
in the middle of
exactly.
a battle. I mean, if you can ride off and load them in the background and come back, fine. But you've got to make it count. And they're showing him aiming very
Oh, I
precisely.
should
Oh,
have
this
made
is
a close up of this. This Qajar period. If this famous
yeah,
flintlocks from Qajar, I forgot to put a close up of
yeah.
this.
I
But
remember this painting because it's a very famous
it's
painting
very
too.
famous.
And everything, even the sword is beautifully, the scabbard is shown precisely.
Yes.
I think he's just wearing socks though. He hasn't got his shoes on because he's indoors. You don't wear your shoes indoors. I mean, but yeah, this is classic. You do see it in a lot of Qajar paintings. They have very nice guns in them. They've gone to a lot of trouble to
Yes.
show the guns.
Yes. Very beautiful ones. And now we